Hold on, let me introduce my guy real quick. What's going on, bro?
What's up, brother? Man, I've been watching it the whole time, man, that you've been doing the broadcast. Man, you taking me back down memory lane with all of these, because I've seen all of these performers live before they blew up. Go back to 2009. Man, I remember that night. It was freezing in Detroit, right? And so we're walking to the Joe Louis Arena. That's where it was at, downtown Detroit. And we get there, and you're right. Steve Harvey catered most of his show towards the audience. It was more like he was trying to do like a DL Hughley. Remember DL Hughley was
DL Hughley used to talk to the people in the chat. But
that's what he was trying to do.
But wasn't this a competition? Can you explain what they were actually doing? So I'm gonna play a little bit of it, and then I'm gonna come back to you so you can explain what they talking about. All right, so here we go.
Give it up for Steve Harvey one time. Give it up for Steve Harvey. He's an excellent comedian. One of the finest we've ever had. But he don't want no parts of this in any way, shape, form, or fashion. This is some other shit. I don't know why he came out here with all this money y'all spent on them motherfucking tickets and talked about a lady in the audience for 15 goddamn minutes. That nigga should have talked about me the way I've been to talk about his bitch man. I'm the wrong nigga to fucking invite to a championship, my nigga. You did. You see that nigga had to take off that lace front high top fade before he came out here to battle me, goddamn. I plays no motherfucking game, Steve. I'm a little nigga, I fight dirty. You did. You did, baby. What the fuck is he thinking about? He trying to copy off me and bring that ugly ass, sparkly ass tie out with a regular black suit like he was going to a funeral. Yours, nigga, yours. I give a fuck. I give less than a fuck. Whatever less than a fuck is. You the one came out here and told jokes about if a bitch lick you on the left nipple, you buy that bitch a car. If that ain't the trickiest shit I ever heard. Bitch, you can suck my dick with the Holy Spirit in your mouth. I ain't buying you a goddamn car. I ain't even gonna give you a ride. It's a generation gap.
Damn generation gap.
He the shit because he was the shit in 1968. Nigga, I'm the shit this evening, my nigga, this evening. I know my niggas is up in here. I ain't got to ask. I ain't scared about being in a motherfucking round. I go round this bitch as long as this bitch go round. Where you at, Steve? He looked at me and said, I don't like him. I said, I don't like him either. Let's fast forward it to when this disrespectful nigga did something called the original Kings of Comedy. Oh. As if Richard Pryor didn't live and walk this very same earth. How the fuck you gonna be the original King of Comedy, nigga? Did it start with you, you disrespectful son of a bitch? Not Richard Pryor, not Bill Cosby, Steve Harvey is the original King of Comedy. You's a goddamn liar. How you original and you ain't the first one? Then a nigga told a lie that he didn't know nothing about this. And if you listen to his show, you know that nigga's a liar straight up and down. He waited until I said this was gonna be my last show after 18 years. He waited for that and saw that as a moment of weakness and decided he was gonna make it a championship. But then the nigga couldn't sell out the tickets necessary.
Damn.
Do you think that nigga wanted to be here with me this evening? No, he did not. He wanted to be with Frankie Beverly and Maze. So he could have had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Watch here now. He got to start on January 1st trying to find his hairpiece and his career, because I come to put that motherfucker on the ground. That's what a championship is, my nigga. But if you don't like it here, you can get it in the park. Give a fuck. Now that I'm done with bitch niggas in my life. Some of you may have heard a rumor that for the BET Hip Hop Awards,
Yeah. What you talking
I
about?
lost the breakdancing competition to T-Pain. And this is how he ended up hosting. Let me explain to you a few crucial facts about me. One, I am not very tall. Two, I don't hang with niggas that suck dick or breakdance for a living. I don't give a fuck who they are. I got nothing against homosexuals. I just don't hang with them.
Get him, Katt.
I didn't meet T-Pain until the day after the Hip Hop Awards. Look at me in the face so you understand what I'm saying. Because you gotta understand, it's gonna be 2009. It's another fucking year. Some shit is gonna remain the same. The bitch niggas that's in your life telling lies on you, the ones that make sure that anytime they see you happy, they do anything they can to extinguish your motherfucking happiness. Those motherfuckers will remain the same. What needs to change is what the fuck we do about it. Because they think they're getting away with it. Old slick ass, fake ass, bitch ass.
So was this a championship bout, or was it presented like that?
It was presented to us, the ticket holders and the ticket purchasers, that was going to be Katt Williams versus Steve Harvey. So when you came in, you were expecting that they were going to bring some of their best jokes, and then they were going to joke about each other. Or we were expecting that there was going to be a segment where Steve and Katt kind of like were on the same, because they had to set up like a boxing ring, like a giant boxing ring. Yeah. And so you were thinking that at one point in time, they were just going to go like old school kids just capping on each other, right? But it didn't happen like that. So Steve came out and just was kind of like cracking jokes on the audience. And he was talking about, oh, she sucked on the left nipple, I give her this, that, and this. You know, in other words, a woman knows exactly where to touch a man, and my spot is.
Did he come out with his man wig, or did he come out bald headed?
If I'm not mistaken,
he was wearing his high top lace front wig, and Katt Williams ended his live career, his stand up career in this particular Detroit situation on New Year's. Did he come out with the wig on, or did he come out bald headed?
You know what? I don't think that he had the wig on that particular day, because the rumor about the wig had already started to surface like a year or two prior to that. Like when he was doing like when he was in full mode on the Steve Harvey show as a school teacher, you kind of thought it, but you let it go. You gave him, you know, maybe he got a good liner, or who's his barber type of thing, right? But then as time progressed and as the show started to wind down, the rumors already had started to come out about the wig, the hairpiece. So by the time he got to the show, he just was like you and I. He just wore his murder one. In Detroit, we call a bald head is first degree, because when they execution, when you get ready to get electrocuted, they shave your hair off. Right. Yeah. So in Detroit, we say you get a murder one, the first degree. Yeah. And so that's what the bald head is, right? And so he came out with a murder one, and so it was like, okay, cool. And you're expecting Steve to kind of like, just like a boxer, to come and at each other. And so you think Steve's about to come out and just roast Katt, talk about some of Katt jokes, or talk about Katt's height, or talk about
Did he say anything about Katt?
Nothing. He said nothing about Katt Williams. No, and that's the part that blew everybody away. That's what made Katt set so good. Yeah, because Katt came out just swinging. He didn't pause. It wasn't like what you're seeing right now was not a buildup. That was literally as soon as he walked in the ring, and that was Katt Williams nonstop, blow after blow after blow after blow. He did not stop, and that's what made the audience. It was almost like, it was kind of funny. It kind of took you back, like, Steve was so you know, funny and kind of like docile in regards to it being a championship, about to where you didn't really trip on, because Steve was just being Steve, you know, his style. You know, how Steve could be in the church and tell jokes, or he could be on the stage and tell jokes. And then he did do a little bit of heckling towards the audience. Okay, cool, it was funny, and some women in there in the audience in the front area had weaves, and dudes dressed like this or dressed like, so he kind of like.
But he got a wig. How you gonna talk about a wig and he wearing a damn wig?
One of the reasons why Steve came out with his hair bald is because he didn't want to get, even though he ended up doing it, he didn't want to give Katt Williams ammunition. Remember, this is a boxing. This is a comedy championship. So he's thinking that if I come out and I showcase for the first time on New Year's Eve, my hair, you know, my just being bald, it takes away the ammunition that Katt Williams will have. But he didn't realize that didn't do anything but fuel the fire. And like I mentioned just a minute ago, this, what you guys are watching right now, is literally Katt Williams didn't come out and he said thank you to Steve Harvey, you know, shout out to Steve. And from that moment, it was blow after blow after blow, and it was nonstop. It wasn't like he slowed down on Steve. He literally came out to fight, and the audience was kind of, like I said, we were kind of took back at the fact that Steve didn't come out like that, but Katt came out as if it was a championship. He gave you what you came there for. He gave you walked through that Detroit code, and you came from different cities, because people were coming from everywhere, because once they found out that it was supposed to be Katt Williams versus Steve Harvey, because that's how it was sold to us, you like, oh man, it's gonna be the one. And it didn't turn out like that. The other thing that you don't see on this, Katt Williams, what pissed Katt Williams off is Steve Harvey did an hour and 15-minute show. That Katt Williams you see, Katt Williams was only allowed to do 30 minutes. That's yeah, Katt Williams only allowed 30 minutes, dude. I remember all that now. It's all coming back now, because that's what pissed him off. He was only allowed to do 30 minutes. He was like, he said, now y'all see how your boy did me. Brought me out here, and it's almost, because you know it's countdown to New Year's. It's 30 minutes before New Year's. Steve was supposed to come up on stage and do the, you know, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. So now we're looking at our watches like, oh man, this dude, he only got like 25, 30 minutes to do his show, where Steve was on the stage like forever. That's the first thing that he mentioned to us. See, y'all don't see that in that clip.
Actually, he did that to Bernie Mack when they was on Kings of Comedy also. That's why they used to get into it.
In an interview with GQ back in 2003, it became very clear that things weren't the best between the men, in particular Bernie and Steve Harvey. It was suggested that Harvey was jealous of Bernie's then rise, and even suggested that Harvey tried to replace him in 2000's Charlie's Angels. Rumor has it that a rep of Harvey's contacted the director of Charlie's Angels and tried to convince them that Harvey was a better option over Mack. Mack will go on to comment on the rumor during his talk with GQ and shared some unflattering thoughts about Harvey. Whether that particular moment was the reason for their feud or not, both Cedric and DL have confirmed that Mack and Bernie were at odds at least one point in time. In his recent interview with The Breakfast Club, DL would confirm Steve and Mack's feud was partially one of the reasons why a Kings of Comedy reunion tour never happened.
Katt Williams could have stopped at that moment, but the rest of the jokes were just him stomping on Steve Harvey.
Katt, my man. So Katt told me that what all that was about was he was in a mall with his sons, ran up on Steve, and his sons recognized Steve from television. So they were excited, asked Steve for an autograph. And Steve basically told him, according to Katt now, you know, get the hell out of here.
Was Katt famous at the time?
Katt wasn't famous at the time. So his son said, Katt Williams, this is what Katt said. His son said, Katt was my daddy. And supposedly now, you know, there's just one side story.
Sure, we're going with the Katt story.
Steve said, who the fuck is Katt? And so Katt told his sons, don't worry about it, come on. Fast forward down the road 7 or 8 years.
Wow, people don't forget.
And Katt never forgot.
Yeah, because I remember that roast. When Katt Williams went on that stage after Steve Harvey, good Lord.
And Katt Williams came and literally it was like this dude was backstage just watching the show and taking notes to write material down, to sit back and not use material that you wrote, but sit back and just watch your competition that night and say, okay, I got a joke for that one. Okay, I got another one for that one. The whole night he took Steve Harvey's jokes apart. That's exactly what the whole night was. It was, okay, he swung, but he didn't swing on me. He swung on the audience. Okay, I'm going to swing back for the audience. And I'm trying to remember the other jokes. Oh, I don't know if you got that on here, but the other joke was Steve was talking about, well, you know, Detroit is dangerous and I don't go to the hoods and da-da-da-da-da. And Katt Williams is in a boxing ring, right? Katt Williams say, all these people here are my people. He said, if I turn my back to this side of the audience, them my people, and that side start cheering. If I turn my back to that side of the audience, these my people back here too, and the people behind him start cheering. If I turn, he turned around to all four sides of the corner, and every time he turned his back, he said, and the people back here got my back too. And all four corners were cheering each time he turned his back on that side of the audience. And Katt Williams said, I don't care what you're talking about. And he used all four corners of the ring against Steve Harvey. That was probably one of the greatest Katt Williams jokes that I've ever seen as far as audience participation.